Hello everyone, welcome to Biomix Hub. Today we will be discussing about the most important concepts of CSIR Life Science, so the questions of CSIR Life Science UGC NET. And today is our fourth part in which we will discuss about the ABC flower model. In the previous three videos, we have discussed some of the concepts of plant physiology. If you have not watched it, please watch. Keep the links in the description box. Now, let us have a look upon the question first. Our first question is, floral organ development is controlled by overlapping expression of A class, B class and C class gene in different holes. In an Arabidopsis mutant, the flowers had sepals, sepals, carpels and carpels in the four holes. Mutation in which one of the following is caused for the mutant phenotype? Through this question, we have understood that for a flower formation, there are certain types of genes. They are the A class, B class and C class genes. And there are some mutation cases due to which there will be expression of some of the organs and deletion of some of the organs. So we have to understand the mutation case as well for solving this question. Now let us understand this concept. In case of a flowering organ, there are four types of organs present. They are the sepals, petals, stamens and carpels. That are the sepals, petals, stamens and carpels. They are present in four holes. In the first hole, sepal is present. In the second hole, petal. In the third hole, there is the presence of stamen, and in the fourth hole, there is presence of carpels. And for the formation, they require certain genes. They are the A class, B class and C class genes. They are the A, B and C. Due to these genes, they are known as ABC flower model. Under the A class genes, epitala 1 and epitala 2 is present. They are written as AP1 and AP2. In the B case, there is presence of epitala 3, AP3. In the C class, there is presence of A gammas gene. Now, let us understand some other scenario. The A class gene and C class gene are antagonistic to each other. That means when A will be present, C will not present, and when C will be present, A cannot be present. But when there will be absence of a A class gene, in place of A class gene, C class gene can be expressed. Now, let us understand which gene is responsible for formation of which organs. The A class genes are responsible for the formation of sepal. The B class genes, A and B class genes are responsible for the formation of petals. And B and C class gene combinedly express the stamen. And the C alone will express the carpel. The B class gene cannot express itself. It will be in a combined form with class A gene or class C gene. Now, there is another concept. We have understood that in the A class gene, there is presence of epitala 1 and epitala 2. In case of B, epitala 3 is present, and in case of C, A gammas is present. Now, in case of A, sepals will be present, which is the effect of epitala 1 and epitala 2. Here, in case of petals, the A class gene will be expressed, but only epitala 2 will be expressed, and epitala 3 of B and pistillata will be expressed. Here I have not mentioned in the B class gene there is presence of pistillata also. Now, in case of B plus C, there will be expression of AP3 pistillata as well as agamous. In case of carpel, there will be presence of only agamous. Now, through the question, we will discuss about the mutation case. Now, in the question, it has been given that there is presence of sepal, sepal, carpel and carpel. We have to identify which class of gene is mutated. Here we have sepal, sepal, carpel and carpel. Let us write down here. There is presence of sepal, sepal, carpel and carpel. Through the question, it has been given that in the first hole there is presence of sepal and the A class gene was responsible for the formation of sepal. So here we got that A class gene is not mutated. And in the second case, through the question we got that there is presence of sepal in the second hole. And through the ABC model, the A plus B gene was responsible for the formation of petals in the second hole. But here sepal is present. Now if we eliminate this B, if the B will be mutated, only the A class gene will be expressed. So here A was responsible for sepal. Through this we concluded that B is the mutated form. B is the mutated form. Let us see the other statements. Now B plus C is responsible for stamen. But in case of question, we got that there is presence of carpel. Where there will be presence of carpel? In case of C, there will be presence of carpel. From this point also, we concluded that there will be mutation of class B gene. Here, if class B gene, in the third case, if class B gene is mutated, we will be finding only the C class gene, which is responsible for carpel. So here, it will be presence of a carpel. In the last, through the question, we have seen that there is presence of carpel in the fourth hole and in the C class gene is responsible for the formation of carpel. So from here we will get a conclusion that the class B gene is mutated. Let us check whether this option is there in the question or not. Yes, we do have the option that class B gene alone is mutated and this is the correct answer for this question. Now let us have a look on our second question. Now the second question states that which of the floral hole is affected in agamous mutant? It is asking that if the agamous gene is mutated, which part of the floral will be affected? Now let us see the chart. Here it is given that the agamous is mutated. That means the expression of class C will be mutated. That means if the class C is mutated, there will be harm in carpel. Carpel will not be produced. Here we will write that carpel will be affected if there is mutation in agamous. Now let us see again. B plus C was responsible for the formation of stamen. That means this will also be affected. The stamen will also be affected. What it will form if stamen will not form? We have discussed that A is antagonistic to C. That means if there is presence of A, it will inhibit C. And if C is present, it will inhibit A. But if something is unexpressed or something is mutated, that means if A class is mutated, in place of A, C will come and perform its work. In the same way, C will also be, when C will be mutated, A will come and work there. In this case, we found that C is mutated, so the A class gene will come and work with B class gene. So, here we have that A plus B will get the petals. So, in case of a stamen, we will get the petals. So, our question is asking that which will be mutated. See, here in this case, if C is mutated, if agamous gene is mutated, the carpel is mutated, and in case of here, if the agamous is mutated, there is mutation of stamen. Now let us have a look in the question. Here we got the first point, that is carpel, and the second one is stamen. So our third answer is the correct statement for this question, as we have mutation in case of a carpel and stamen. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and for getting the notification, please press the bell icon. Thank you.